All right, welcome to Japan, turn 1. Japan has 26 IPCs to spend. They're going to be spending 15 of those 26 IPCs on an airbase, 7 IPCs on a transport, and 4 IPCs on an artillery. They'll be declaring 4 attacks, all of which will be against China. 2 of which are walk-ins. So they will walk in 2 infantry and an artillery from Johor into Shahar, 3 infantry and an artillery from Shantung into Anhui, and 3 infantry and an artillery from Kiangsu into Anhui. They will also be attacking Hunan with 3 infantry and an artillery from Kiangsi, plus the fighter from Formosa, and the 2 fighters and the 2 tactical bombers from Manchuria. They will be attacking Yunnan with 3 infantry and 1 artillery from Guangxi, plus the fighter and the tactical bomber from Kiangsu. So those are the only attacks. Everything else is non-combat. So we'll start rolling some attacks. All right, this is the attack on Hunan. The Japanese are coming in with 3 infantry, 1 of which is supported by an artillery, 3 fighters, and 2 tactical bombers. So 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, or 3 3s and 2 4s, and the Chinese are defending with 2 infantry. And that's 4 hits. So the Chinese infantry are dead, but they do get to roll their defense. And they managed to take 1 Japanese infantry with them. So this guy's gone, and these guys are left. Okay, next battle. Alright, this is the battle for Yunnan. Japanese are coming in with 3 infantry, 1 of which is supported by an artillery, 1 fighter, and 1 tactical bomber. The Japanese are defending with 4 infantry. So that's 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3, and a 4. 3 hits. Good start. Very good start. Okay. I was kind of worried about this battle, actually. 4 infantry at 2. And they take out 1 Japanese infantry. So really, really good for the Axis so far in terms of rolls. Next attack. 1 hit, that's all they needed. So the battle is over, but the Chinese do get to defend. And they hit. So it costs the Japanese 2 infantry to take Yunnan. Japanese non-combat. All of the planes involved in the Yunnan and Hunan assaults are going to land in Guangxi. Here's some naval movement. The cruiser in Sea Zone 20 is going to move to 36. The battleship, destroyer, and sub in Sea Zone 19 are going to move to 36. The transport in Sea Zone 19 is going to pick up an infantry and an artillery from Manchuria and move them down to Sea Zone 36, where they will offload into Guangxi. The what else is happening? The fighter in Okinawa is going to make its way to Guangxi. It has enough movement to do that. 3 of the infantry from Manchuria will be moving to Johor. The fighter from Korea will be, it can't make it to Guangxi, but it can make it to the Sea Zone 36, where there will eventually be some aircraft carriers. The transport in Sea Zone 20 is going to go back to Sea Zone 6. The transport that's already in Sea Zone 6 is going to pick up an infantry and a tank and sail to Sea Zone 36 and offload them in Guangxi. The 2 aircraft carriers, the battleship, the cruiser, and one of the destroyers are also going to set sail from Sea Zone 6 and go to Sea Zone 36 down there. All the planes on the carriers, the 2 fighters and the 2 tactical bombers, along with the 2 fighters and the 2 tactical bombers from Japan, are also going to fly to Guangxi. They all have enough movement to do that. What else am I missing? Oh, over here in Sea Zone 33, the carrier and the destroyer are going to go to Sea Zone 36, and the planes, which have 1 more movement, will land in Guangxi. And I think that is all of the movement that I have. So I'll tidy up the board, and we'll come back in a second with placements and disposition of forces. Okay, in terms of placement of new units, we're going to put the new transport in Sea Zone 6. We're going to put the new artillery in Japan. And we're going to put the new airbase, surprise, surprise, in Guangxi. So there's an airbase there now. All right, in terms of income, the Japanese are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 IPCs from the Chinese. So that's going to bring Japan up from 26 to 30, and China down from 12 to 8. And currently the Burma Road is closed. So they're going to get 30 IPCs as a base, and they're going to get an additional 10 IPCs because they are not currently at war with the United States. So they will put 40 IPCs in their coffer for next turn. So let's do a disposition of forces, shall we? Starting over in the home island, Japan has 3 artillery, 3 anti-aircraft artillery, and 5 infantry, along with 2 strategic bombers in Japan. In Sea Zone 6, there are 2 transports, a destroyer, and a submarine. In Iwo Jima, there is an infantry. In Okinawa, there is an infantry. In Korea, there are 4 infantry. In Manchuria, there are 2 infantry and 1 anti-aircraft. In Johor, there are 3 infantry. In Shahar, there are 2 infantry and 1 artillery. In Anhui, there are 6 infantry and 2 artillery. In Hunan, there are 2 infantry and 1 artillery. In Yunnan, there are 2 infantry and 1 artillery. In Guangxi, there's a new air base. There are 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 tank, along with 11 fighters and 8 tactical bombers. In Siam, there are 2 infantry, and in Sea Zone 36, there are 3 carriers, 1 of which has a fighter on it, 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, 1 submarine. Over in Palau Island, there is an infantry. In Caroline Islands, there are 2 infantry and 1 artillery. So that should be the full turn for Japan. United States in the Pacific and way over there in the Atlantic are up next. They are not at war. They cannot be at war, but we'll see what they do. China also will be going during this turn as well, and they obviously will probably have some attacks that they are going to make on the Japanese forces that have started pushing into their territory. So, USA and China, turn 1 is up next.